Hello students, you are welcome to the fourth session of Unit 6. In this session, we are looking at mathematical analysis for a selected topic in probability. Let's look at the session objectives. By the end of the session, you should be able to engage in mathematical analysis of probability. In our previous session, we looked at curriculum analysis for probability. So in this session, we shall be looking at the second aspect, which is mathematical analysis for the same probability in the core math syllabus. As we said in the previous session, probability is the seventh topic of SHS 2, and that is 2.7. That's seventh topic for SHS 2. So we shall look at how we can engage in mathematical analysis of this particular topic. So let's start with it. So as we have said earlier on, there are questions that we should ask. And the first one is, what are the key mathematical ideas of the topic to be treated? So if you look at probability, if you look at the syllabus critically, where we can find probability, the seventh topic in SHS 2, you see there are 5 contents under probability, which go with 5 specific objectives as follows, according to 2010 syllabus. And the 5 content areas include: determine the sample space of a simple experiment, determine the sample space for compound experiments, calculate the probability of an event, interpret or in probability as addition, and then interpret and in probability as multiplication. So these are the 5 content areas. So if you are looking at what key mathematical ideas of the topic students are to know and be able to do, then we can take them from this particular aspect as the specific objectives, look at these content areas. So this implies key ideas that we can get from these content areas, and in interpretation or in relation the specific objectives, we can say that the key areas include: students should be able to know what an experiment is. They should be able to know what an outcome of an experiment is. Identify the types of experiments, that's simple and compound experiments. And then determine sample space. And all these things can be found in the objectives 2.7.1 and 2.7.2. And then know what an event is, and also be able to find sample size and event size, and then know how to compute specified ratios as the probabilities. And all these things are under specific objectives 2.7.3. Also, they should be able to interpret the word "or" as addition, and that is the 4th specific objective. And in this particular aspect, we can use sets as our relevant previous knowledge, and also be able to interpret the word "and" as multiplication. And the same sets can be used, intersection of sets can be related to the word "and", and the union of sets can be related to the word "or" in probability. And so these are the key mathematical ideas that students should be able to know and do at the end of that particular topic, which is probability. So the first question under mathematical analysis have been answered. The key ideas have been identified. And then we can talk of distinguish between mutually and non-mutually exclusive also under that. Then we look at the second question: what different representations will you use as a teacher? And the teaching and learning activities in column 4 of the syllabus. So if you look at the syllabus critically, the teaching and learning activities in column 4, prescribe some suggested representations that we should use, so we can take the syllabus and look at that particular aspect. You are, however, allowed to choose a representation you think can best do the job for you. So as we are saying, the syllabus is like a guiding something to guide you, and it's not is not exhaustive in nature. So you as a teacher have to look at different ways of presenting or representing that particular topic, and then if it works for you, that is, and that can, if it can promote effective way of teaching, then you are free to do so. So for example, sample space can be stated in various forms, by listing the outcomes, by putting it in tabular form, or using the tree diagrams. So all these things can be ways of representing the sample space when you are teaching how to list or state sample space of events. You can use these kinds of representations. Then we look at the choice of tasks. What kind of tasks must you give to your students to promote understanding, so that students can grasp the concept of probability. So we can talk of tasks that can expose students to different ways of representation. So as we said, we have to use varied forms of representation. So you give them tasks that will expose them to different ways of representation. For example, an experiment involves tossing a coin and rolling a six-sided die. You can use tasks such as show them the sample space and let them find the probability of getting different, we can talk of a head and an odd number. You can talk of a tail or an even number less than 6. So we can use this particular task to show them, how to, get the probability of the event stated. So soon we have come to the end of this session, and I'm going to leave you with these questions. You look at them and then think of them. You can consult your friends, discuss them, so that when we meet, if you have any questions related to them, you may ask.